Audi has sold the Q3 as the smart entry into luxury SUV ownership, but 3 model years have quietly handed buyers repair bills of up to $7,000 on failures the dealership saw coming long before you did. One turns a routine rainstorm into a $5,500 interior flood before most owners hit 40,000 miles. Another sends a repair bill that matches the car's used market value, with no warning before it arrives. Today, the internal combustion time bomb, the atmospheric cabin rainmaker, and the poltergeist electrical special. And the analog sanctuary, the one Q3 mechanics quietly recommend when nobody's watching and almost nobody buys for the right reasons. By the end, you'll know whether the Q3 you're looking at is the smartest used luxury buy in this segment, or a repair bill you haven't met yet. Worst 3, 2016 Audi Q3 8U, the Poltergeist Electrical Special. Step into the 2016 Q3 and the first-generation formula feels complete. The cabin is tight and purposeful, the 200 horsepower turbocharged 4 pulls cleanly from low revs, and the Quattro system gives you genuine confidence in bad weather. On the showroom floor, this is the Audi that makes the premium feel justified, but here's what starts happening once the warranty expires. By 40,000 to 70,000 miles, owners report a pattern of electrical gremlins with no obvious cause and no clean fix. Window regulators stick or fail outright. The backup camera drops out randomly in reverse. The infotainment system freezes mid-drive without warning. And then there's the windshield, a documented pattern of unprovoked stress fractures that appear without impact, without debris, without explanation. Audi issued 3 separate recalls for lighting failures on this model year. The 2016 is also covered under the Volkswagen Group Defective Water Pump Class Action Settlement. The thermoplastic coolant pump housing that cracks and leaks on the EA888 Gen 1/2 is a known documented failure. A windshield replacement with sensor calibration runs up to $1,200 at a dealer. A water pump and thermostat replacement adds up to $1,550 on top. None of these failures announce themselves dramatically. They just accumulate quietly, persistently, expensively. One owner on carcomplaints.com put it bluntly, "The windshield cracked inexplicably 3 weeks after buying, backup camera cuts out when shifting into reverse, and the dealer has no idea why." The 2016 Q3 isn't a catastrophic car, it's a car that slowly convinces you something is always slightly wrong, and that something always costs money to investigate. If you're looking at one, cycle every window switch and door lock before you leave the lot. Check the coolant expansion tank for pink, crusty residue. If the seller can't show documentation of the pump replacement, walk. Q3 owners, what does yours actually cost you past the warranty? Drop the total in the comments. Worst 2, 2019 to 2020 Audi Q3 F3, the atmospheric cabin rainmaker. The second generation Q3 was supposed to be the reset. Longer wheelbase, overhauled digital interior, the modern MQB A2 platform, and a panoramic sunroof that floods the cabin with light. The 228 horsepower 45 TFSI pulls confidently, the digital cockpit looks genuinely impressive, and the panoramic roof makes the cabin feel twice its actual size. But here's what happens when it rains. The panoramic sunroof on the 2019 to 2020 F3 uses plastic drainage channels that expand at a different rate than their steel-reinforced brackets. Commonly reported between 15,000 and 40,000 miles, those channels develop stress cracks. The rear drain lines are frequently pinched shut during factory assembly. Rainwater has nowhere to go, so it goes through the headliner and directly into the cabin. It's not a leak, it's a design flaw that turns your luxury SUV into a convertible you didn't ask for. The water pools in the central body control module, the steering column electronics, and the keyless entry sensors. Owners have reported sudden engine stall events and infotainment failures while driving, caused by water entering through the roof. Audi issued technical service bulletins acknowledging the drainage defect. 2 class action lawsuits, Ziarno versus Volkswagen Group of America and Cole versus Volkswagen Group of America, settled with warranty extensions and tiered repair reimbursements. No safety recall was ever issued. A full dealer repair runs up to $5,500. One owner on Reddit described it this way, "My sunroof started leaking water out of the front interior lights after heavy rain. Out of pocket is $1,650 plus $380 for ozone treatment." The 2020 is the worst year, 43 NHTSA complaints versus just 4 for the 2021. If you're looking at a 2019 or 2020 F3, pull back the footwell carpet before anything else. Dampness or salt crust lines on the headliner mean the damage is already done. If this is saving you from a 5-figure mistake, hit like. It helps us reach more buyers before they sign anything. Now, the worst Q3 Audi ever sold in America. It has a paper trail. Worst one, 2015 Audi Q3 8U, the internal combustion time bomb. This one might genuinely surprise you. The 2015 Q3 was the first model year Audi sold in the United States. It was the entry point, the car that introduced American buyers to the Q3 badge. And on paper, it looked like a solid foundation. The proven PQ35 platform, a 200 horsepower EA888 turbocharged 4-cylinder, and a conventional ASIN 6-speed automatic that had already proven itself across the VW Group lineup. It was supposed to be the safe choice. The data says otherwise. The EA888 Gen 1/2 engine fitted to the 2015 Q3 carries a hydraulic timing chain tensioner, the component responsible for keeping the timing chain under correct tension that is prone to mechanical collapse. When the tensioner fails, the chain goes slack. When the chain goes slack, it skips teeth on the camshaft sprocket. When it skips teeth, the valves and pistons arrive at the same place at the same time. It's not three separate problems, it's one failure that multiplies, and by the time you hear it, the engine is already destroying itself from the inside. This is commonly reported between 50,000 and 90,000 miles. The symptom is a loud metallic rattle on cold starts that disappears after a few seconds. Most owners assume it's normal. It is not normal. It is the chain skipping under a tensioner that can no longer hold it. Compound this with the 2015 engine's documented premature piston ring wear, which causes heavy oil consumption, and you have an engine quietly running low on oil while its timing system is already under stress. That is not two problems. That is one problem accelerating the other. A preventative timing chain and tensioner service runs up to $2,100 at a dealer. If the chain has already skipped and the engine has suffered valve to piston contact, you're looking at a complete engine replacement up to $7,000 at a dealer. For a car worth $11,000 to $13,500 on the used market, regional timing chain class action lawsuits have been filed by Merchant Law Group LLP. A consolidated U.S. oil consumption class action has also been filed against Volkswagen Group. No U.S. recall was ever issued for the timing chain failure. One owner on Audi World recalled it this way: "After 8 years and 118,000 kilometers, my timing chains went, leaving me with a dead engine and a bill that practically matches what the car is worth on the used market." At what point does a car that costs this much to maintain stop being a luxury and start being a liability? That is the question every 2015 Q3 buyer should be asking before they hand over $1. If you're looking at one, use an OBD2 scanner before you buy. Check for active or pending codes P0016 or P0017. Listen for that cold start rattle, and if the seller can't show documentation of a timing chain and tensioner service before 80,000 miles, that silence is the most expensive thing you'll hear all day. 2015 Q3 owners, what did yours cost you? Drop the number in the comments. 3 traps, 4 answers, here's what actually lasts. Those 3 are the cautionary tales, and knowing them puts you ahead of the vast majority of buyers walking into dealerships right now. But this isn't just a warning, it's a guide, because Audi has also produced some genuinely exceptional Q3s, models that independent mechanics quietly recommend when someone asks what to look for. Cars that long-term owners run past 150,000 miles without drama. The 4 you're about to see are what Q3 ownership looks like when Audi gets everything right. And the number 1 pick, the one we're building toward, is probably not the one you're expecting. It's not the newest, it's not the most technologically advanced, and that is exactly what makes it the answer. Best 4, 2021 Audi Q3 F3, the pre-owned value champion. The 2021 Q3 doesn't get the attention it deserves. Most buyers either stretch to a newer model year or avoid the entire F3 generation because of the 2020 Sunroof disaster. That association is costing them money. The 2021 is a fundamentally different car in terms of build quality. Audi implemented rigorous assembly line quality controls for the 2021 production run, and the results are documented. 4 NHTSA complaints registered against the 2021 compared to 43 against the 2020. That is not a marginal improvement, that is a different car. The early F3 safety recalls, tire pressure monitor calibration, and faulty passenger airbag detection were fully resolved before the 2021 production run began. The EA888 Gen 3 engine in the 45 TFSI configuration delivers 228 horsepower, and high-mileage examples are crossing 90,000 miles without major powertrain intervention. Inside, the digital cockpit and virtual cockpit display give you the modern MQB-A2 experience, a genuinely premium cabin that feels a generation ahead of the first-gen car. Annual ownership cost sits at approximately $700. One owner confirmed, "No major issue, standard AWD Quattro is incredible in the winter, had a minor leaky sunroof that was fully resolved under TSB." The 2021 Q3 sits at a sweet spot on the depreciation curve. Modern platform, modern aesthetics, heavily discounted pre-owned price. and a reliability record dramatically cleaner than the year before it. If you want the second-generation Q3 experience without the second-generation Q3 risk, this is the lowest priced entry point that earns your confidence. 2021 Q3 owners, how many miles are you at and what's it cost you? Drop it below. Best 3 2023 Audi Q3 F3, the bulletproof modernist. Here's the misperception that keeps buyers from looking at this one seriously. The 2023 Q3 looks visually identical to the 2022 and the 2024, so buyers stretch to a brand new model year, assuming they're getting something meaningfully different. They're not. What the 2023 offers is the complete technology suite, MIB 3 infotainment, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, at a heavily discounted pre-owned price, with the infant mortality failures of the early F3 generation completely eliminated. The reason the 2023 holds up comes down to two specific engineering corrections. By 2023, Audi had replaced the thermoplastic water pump housing, the component that cracked and leaked on earlier EA888 Gen 3 units, with a reinforced assembly, and the sunroof drainage cassette was modified at the factory, addressing the pinched drain line defect that defined the 2020. The result is a vehicle that benefits from everything the earlier generation got wrong. The 2023 earned the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Award, the highest safety designation available. Early units are routinely passing 50,000 miles with zero unexpected repairs. In terms of long-term ownership costs, the 2023 Q3 competes directly with the BMW X1 and Mercedes GLA at a significantly lower total cost of ownership. Many 2023 examples are still covered under the transferable 4-year/50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Late-stage MQB-A2 build quality with factory protection still intact. One owner described it plainly. It offers dependable performance, solid safety features, and a refined driving experience when properly maintained. Independent specialists consistently point to the 2023 as the safest CPO purchase in the Q3 lineup. Not the flashiest recommendation, the most intelligent one. 2023 Q3 owners, how's it holding up? Drop your mileage and any surprises below. Best 2 2022 Audi Q3 F3, the digitally redeemed cruiser. The 2022 Q3 gets criticized in almost every review for the same thing: low-speed transmission hesitation and clunky shifts under heavy throttle. Reviewers call it a flaw, mechanics call it a software calibration quirk. There is a meaningful difference between those two things. The ASIN AWF8 F35 8-speed automatic in the 2022 does not have a mechanical problem. It has a TCM software calibration issue resolved with a $150 to $300 software update and adaptive relearn procedure. That is the entire story. What the 2022 actually introduced was the MIB 3 infotainment architecture, 10 times faster than the previous unit, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. It resolved the screen freezes, system reboots, and Bluetooth disconnects that plagued the 2019 to 2021 models. It standardized blind spot monitoring and parking sensors across the lineup, and the sunroof drainage assemblies were modified at the factory to reduce the cabin water entry that defined the 2020. J.D. Power awarded the 2022 Q3 an above-average quality and reliability score of 78 out of 100. Annual ownership cost approximately $720. One owner celebrated it this way: great machinery that's both tech-rich and user-friendly. The steering feel is light, the cabin is hushed, and outward visibility is excellent. The 2022 holds its value better than adjacent competitors like the BMW X1 in the same segment, and it's a highly desirable certified pre-owned option precisely because the market knows what long-term owners know. That said, there is one Q3 that makes everything we've just covered look like the obvious choice, and it's not the one most people would predict. We'll get to it now. 2022 Q3 owners, did the software update fix the shift hesitation for you? Drop your experience below. Best one 2017 to 2018 Audi Q3 8U facelift, the analog sanctuary. If you'd asked most Q3 buyers what to look for 5 years ago, they'd have pointed you toward the second-generation car. Bigger screen, wireless CarPlay, modern platform, digital cockpit. The data points somewhere else entirely. The 2017 and 2018 Q3 represent the peak of first-generation reliability, and they are consistently overlooked because they lack the technology features that dominate used car listings. No wireless Apple CarPlay, smaller screen, conservative cabin design, and that, it turns out, is exactly why they're worth knowing about. By 2017, Audi had factory-installed the updated hydraulic timing chain tensioner and revised the piston ring design on the assembly line, directly correcting the catastrophic engine failures and heavy oil consumption that define the 2015. The PQ35 platform paired with the conventional Aisin TF60SN 6-speed automatic means North American buyers completely bypass the dual-clutch mechatronic failures that plagued European-spec Q3s of the same era. No S-tronic DSG was ever offered in the US market for this generation. That is not a missing feature. That is a bullet dodged. The analog simplicity that tech-obsessed buyers dismiss as a weakness is the same simplicity that bypasses the screen delamination, infotainment reboots, and electrical gremlins of newer models entirely. Think about what that means in practice. Every Q3 on this list from 2019 onward carries some version of a software problem, a sunroof drainage issue, or an infotainment architecture that needed a generation to mature. The 2017 and 2018 carry none of those. What they carry instead is a corrected EA888 engine, a proven 6-speed automatic, and a chassis that has already absorbed its steepest depreciation. Well-maintained examples routinely cross 150,000 to 200,000 miles without major powertrain intervention. Annual ownership cost $700 to $750. Used market value $11,000 to $13,500. Independent VW and Audi specialists consistently point to the 2017 and 2018 petrol models as the most bulletproof entry-level luxury SUVs on the used market, specifically because of the absence of complex dual-clutch systems. Ask any independent Audi mechanic which Q3 they'd put their own family in. The answer comes back 2017 or 2018 more often than anything else. Not because it's exciting, because it almost never needs to be in the shop. One long-term owner put it simply, completely reliable and had no major issues, quiet cabin, smooth ride. The 2017 Audi Q3 is the cheat code for used luxury SUV buyers. Most people walk past it looking for a bigger screen. That is the mistake. Would you buy a 2017 Q3 over a 2022? Or does the modern platform still pull you toward the F3? Drop your honest take below. Buy with information, not impulse. Avoid the 2016 Q3 without water pump documentation and a full electrical check. Avoid the 2019 to 2020 F3 without a dry footwell and confirmed drain service history. Avoid the 2015 Q3 entirely unless you have OBD2, confirmation of clean timing codes, and documented chain service before 80,000 miles. Seek out the 2021, the 2023, the 2022 Q3. And if you want the most rewarding long-term answer in this lineup, the 2017 and 2018 Q3 is the answer the data keeps returning to. Audi Q3 ownership can be everything it promises. It just depends entirely on which model year you start from. Do the homework, get the inspection, buy with information, not impulse. If this helped, hit like and check out this next video on the 3 worst and 4 best Audi A4 models to own. This is Tom from Seats and Wheels. Thanks for watching.